What's up, guys? This is going to be a phenomenal video, and I'm going to tell you right now, if you are looking to take yourself to the next level, I got a treat for you. And this is going to be powerful because not only are we going to integrate consciousness and mindset, but we're going to integrate it with, and we're going to combine it with taking action, practicality, taking and creating strategic action plans based off of maps of consciousness. Now listen, if you're not familiar with this whole concept, I need you to Google Dr. David Hawkins and get the book Map of Consciousness. It's absolutely phenomenal. There's another book called Power versus Force. Phenomenal book. I'm going to tell you right now, you will not regret reading these books. These books will literally expand your horizons and take you to a place you didn't even know was freaking possible. So listen, today's video, guys, we're going to go deep into the map of consciousness itself that Dr. David Hawkins created, but also I'm going to add my spin to it on how we can create actions that align with this map of consciousness. Now, guys, why is this important? Because listen, if we can understand that everything really kind of stems from our consciousness, right? When you're in a good mood, you tend to see the world in a different perspective, right? When you're in a good mood, people seem happier. The guy, doesn't cut you off, or if he does cut you off on the highway, you don't even care about it. When you're in a good mood, the birds are humming and the dogs are barking and everybody's happy, and you tend to look and filter the world through a perspective, a positive outlook, right? Now, this positive outlook can have many different aspects of that consciousness, but it's still a positive, expansive, and a very powerful outlook. Now, on the other side of it, when you're viewing the world negative, or you're upset, you're depressed, you're low energy, you're tired, you're cranky, you're hangry, whatever it is, you're going to see the world through that filter, right? So then all of a sudden, the guy, he doesn't let you in. You try to move your car over. The guy doesn't let you in. You start cussing him out. You flipping the finger, whatever it is. You show up at the office and your coworker doesn't give you a high five, and you feel like maybe they have something against you, even though there's really nothing going on, but it's a perception. Guys, everything is a filter, right? We don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. When we have a certain perspective, a certain framework, a certain level of consciousness, and this is going to be variable, guys. This is going to vary day in and day out. Now, we want to be able to create a new baseline of consciousness. We want to be able to reside at a certain standard, but every single human being is going to go up and down the scale and map of consciousness. That's just called what we call life, folks. It's life, right? So that's the world that we're in. All right, now let's dive into first, the map of consciousness. What is it? Basically, we're going to go through each layer, and then we'll kind of start from there. All right. Take a little sip here. Okay, guys, here we go. We're going to start at the very bottom. So Dr. David Hawkins has shame at the very bottom of the map of consciousness, and he has a rating of 20. Now, I'm not going to go into how he rated this, but it's based off of kinesiology and the physical body, and I'm gonna let you dive into that so you can figure that out. All right, but listen, he has it rated as 20. Shame is the lowest level of consciousness that there is. Now, the next level is guilt. So we go up a notch. We go up from shame and we go up to guilt. He has guilt at 30. Okay, still not very good, obviously, or it's, I don't want to say good, it's not good. It's a lower level of consciousness. Then we go up to apathy, which is 50, grief, 75, fear, 100. Guys, isn't the world, like most of the world, right? There's so much freaking fear out there. Rates at 100. Then we go to desire, 125, anger, 150. I think everybody can relate to this one. Pride, 175. Okay, now this right here, guys, this is what he classifies as consciousness or energy of force. Now, what does that mean? What that means is on these levels of consciousness, we have to force things. We have to manipulate people. We have to manipulate situations. Or no, we feel like we have to manipulate situations. We feel like we have to control scenarios. We have to stranglehold things. We have to make sure that, things are going our way. This, guys, is a lower level of consciousness. It's an energy of force. We try to get what we want by manipulation, control, domination, forcing, right? Trying to make things happen, trying to, manipulate the external world. Okay, all good, no judgment. That is a lower level of consciousness. All right, now, this middle part here, this thing called courage, this is really important. Courage, Dr. David Hawkins says, courage is the fulcrum point. It's the bridge. It's the bridge that takes someone from lower level of consciousness and it crosses them over into a higher level of consciousness. Courage. Courage is so powerful. It's the bridge that takes someone from lower level consciousness and takes them to a higher level consciousness. So courage is at 200. Then we're going to cross over into a higher level of consciousness. And the first scale of that is neutrality at 250. Neutrality. This is where we're clear, we're neutral, we're balanced. We're not, overly this, we're not overly that. We kind of have a very neutral view of the world. The next level is 310, which is willingness. Then acceptance at 350, reason at 400, love at 500, joy at 540, peace at 600, and enlightenment at 1000. Okay, now Dr. David Hawkins says this is the consciousness of power. So this is power, and this is force. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and just delete this here. All right. So lower level consciousness, shame to pride. We're at force. This is where we have to force things to happen. This is hard. We have to manipulate the situation. Neutrality, courage, all the way up to enlightenment, power. Okay, this is actually where power resides. This is high energy, high frequency, vitality, and energy here. Okay, now guys, why is this important? Listen, if you're watching my videos, I'm going to tell you right now, you care about action. You care about results. You want to get it done. Okay, very important. I'm a results guy. Okay, I want to know, why is this important for me? Why, Blake, why do I need to understand the map of consciousness? I'm not a Buddha. I'm not a monk. Why do I need to know this? Great question. You need to know this because it's going to help you get results. I filter everything in my life of, is this going to help me get results? Is this going to help me achieve my goals? Is this going to help me expand my businesses? Is this going to help me expand my fitness, expand my skills, expand my mindset, expand my effectiveness as a leader? That's how I filter everything. Is this going to help me win? Yes, it is. That's why you need to know this, because you're going to be able to apply this in your day-to-day life with your team members, with your clients, with your business partners, with your wife, with your husband, with your kids, with your family members, with the external world out there, okay? So this is really important, okay? This is going to help you win. All right, now let's dive into how we can literally, number one, be able to intentionally apply this map of consciousness into our day-to-day. And let's dive into that. The first thing is this. We need to identify if we are here if we are in this lower level of consciousness, we can recognize we're here. It's like an alarm system, okay? When you're down here in shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride, it is an alarm system that's basically saying, hey man, we're in a lower level energy, lower level consciousness. So I don't want you or myself to ever really stay focused about lower level energy. Like, it's not that we need to sit here and get sucked into all of this. That's not what we're trying to do. But this can be an alarm system to help us get through courage and then move back into our baseline, which is an energy of power, energy of expansion. So if you're feeling shameful, then at least you can recognize it and then start moving your way up into the scale of consciousness. Now listen, shame's at the bottom of the barrel. So that's tough, right? But there's different ways you can do this. How can you work through shame? I'm going to tell you right now, you can go to therapy. Therapy is a great vehicle to transmute and transform shame into courage. Because when you literally vocalize and you go to therapy or you go speak with a professional and you discuss the bottom of your consciousness, right? We all have that basement of our consciousness that we're not super proud of. When you take this to the light with someone trusted, you're demonstrating courage. You're transforming shame and you're transforming it into a higher level frequency, a higher level consciousness. So, right here, guys, shame. All of this lower energy, shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride. Here is some vehicles you can use to transform, scale up into higher levels of frequency. Number one, therapy. Guys, this is a vehicle for transformation. Therapy is a vehicle for transformation. Let me write this much bigger here. Vehicles of transformation. Number one, therapy. Guys, listen, therapy's not always about healing your inner child. Sometimes therapy can be, you know what? I'm feeling apathetic about life. I need to go talk to someone. I have grief. I'm going through a loss. I have maybe I have fear. I need to overcome fear. I have some anxieties, right? Maybe I'm having like a crazy desire. Maybe I have some addictions I need to overcome. Maybe I'm pissed off and I'm angry all the time. Maybe I'm just an egotistical asshole, right? I have too much pride. Guys, it doesn't matter what you're going through. Therapy is a vehicle of transformation. Why? Because when you go to therapy and you actually participate, you're using courage. Courage is the bridge of transformation. When you do this, you're transforming these lower level energies and you're transmuting them into higher level energies. It takes time. It can happen quick, but it's a vehicle. That's number one, therapy. Number two, spiritual advisor. Okay? These are just vehicles, guys. Don't get hung up on me, okay? Don't get hung up on me with idealistic things. I'm just giving you vehicles, and I'm trying to explain to you why they're powerful. A spiritual advisor, when you vocalize shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, and you take this to a spiritual advisor, and they're able to help you walk through this process. You're transforming this lower level of energy, this lower level of consciousness, because you know why, folks? You're demonstrating courage. Courage is the bridge to transformation. Courage allows you to get up into the higher levels of frequency. So the second vehicle of transformation is a spiritual advisor, okay? I'm not saying you have to go talk to a priest or a monk. I don't care. A spiritual advisor, someone that aligns with you and your values. That's number two. Number three, journaling. Journaling. Self-reflection, right? Guys, this is a vehicle of transformation. Journaling and self-reflecting. You might journal by writing. You might journal by just self-reflecting and taking down a few notes. However you do it, it doesn't matter. Self-reflection is a vehicle. It's a vehicle for transformation. When you're journaling and you're self-reflecting on some of these lower level energies and consciousness, these things that we bottle up that are in the bottom of the basement of our consciousness, we're able to transform by courage. The courage to view these things. The courage to be able to take these lower levels and be able to take these up into a higher level of energy and consciousness. When we take that energy, we make that energy expansive. Third vehicle of transformation, journaling. Fourth vehicle of transformation, support groups. Support groups. Okay? This could be AA. This could be masterminds. This could be support groups. Any sort of church group, support group. Any sort of group that is able to support you and love you unconditionally. There's so many great groups out there, guys. But why? But let's go back to this. The mechanics. Why is this a good vehicle for transformation? Courage. Because you're using and you're activating courage to discuss and share lower levels of energy and consciousness to transform and transmute that into power. So, courage is always going to be the common denominator. Fourth vehicle of transformation, support groups. So we got therapy, spiritual advisor, journaling, support groups. These are going to be some of your best ways to transform yourself and take yourself to the next level. Last vehicle of transformation, I'm going to write down here. Physical fitness. Blake, physical fitness? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, that's my favorite. Guys, I'm not talking about physical fitness from vanity perspective. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm not talking about, I got to get down to 4% body fat so I can step on the stage. Hey, that's fine. Guys, the physical fitness I'm talking about here is I'm going to literally take this energy. I'm going to take this energy that's been holding me back. I'm going to take this shame. I'm going to take this guilt. I'm going to take this apathy, this grief, this fear, this anger, and I'm going to freaking transform it into physical exercise and fitness. I'm going to go bust and do some cardio. I'm going to push myself lifting weights. I'm going to take that energy and transform it into something productive. Guys, physical fitness is one of the best ways, one of the best vehicles for transformation. Number one, why? Because you're activating courage. You're taking action. You're activating courage to take these lower levels of energy and consciousness, to take them, expand them to higher frequencies of power, okay? All right, so guys, we went over the lower levels and we went over the vehicles of transformation. But do not fret, guys. We're going to talk about the good stuff now, okay? The power stuff, the stuff of expansion and success, and why it is important. Now that we have activated and we're up in this higher level of frequencies in energy, and guys, courage is always going to be the bridge to that. So if you're ever feeling a little uneasy or you're feeling down in the dumps, activate courage. Go do something that's going to get you out of your own head and take you and expand and extrovert yourself out into the world. That is courage, and that's going to automatically, just from a mechanistic standpoint, take you into a higher level of energy and frequency. Guys, how do we continue to expand upon this power of consciousness? Oh, this is great, guys. This is personal development right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and erase these vehicles of transformation. And now we're going to go to vehicles of expansion. Vehicles of expansion. Okay, now, these are vehicles that continue to expand and activate these higher levels of energy. Vehicles of expansion. What's one of the best vehicles? Number one, learning. Education. Guys, Why is this great? Why is this powerful? Because we're activating reason. We're activating the consciousness of reason, which is high energy, high consciousness. When you learn something new, when you get a mentor, a teacher, a coach, and you're learning, you're activating education, information, and reason. That's a high energy of 400. You could be down in the dumps, go have a coaching session. Next thing you know, you're activated at 400 level consciousness. You're gonna feel expanded. You're gonna feel like your day brightened up, right? Your mind brightens up, illumination. Okay, so one of the best vehicles of expansion is learning and education. Super, super powerful. Learning and education. Another vehicle of expansion, masterminds, mastermind groups. Man, this is real powerful. Mastermind groups. Guys, when you join a mastermind group, you're activating willingness, acceptance, reason, but guess what? Because there's a connection level, love, joy, you're connecting with other people that are like-minded. You're connecting with other people that have a common cause, a common mission, maybe some common things that are expansive oriented. Remember, guys, we're on this top level now. We're in the fun stuff. We're in the energy of success now. This is God energy. This is success energy up here, right? Vehicle for expansion, mastermind groups. Guys, go join a mastermind group. When you do that, you're automatically increasing your consciousness. You're raising your frequency. You're raising your vibration. You're already in the level of courage because you're taking action and you're stepping out into the world and you're going to do something a little bit different. You're activating courage. But this is awesome because you're going to be in love, reason, acceptance, joy, education. This is powerful. Vehicles of expansion, mastermind groups. Okay, what's another vehicle of expansion? Right here. Setting 10x goals. Setting 10x goals. What is that? What do I mean by 10x goals? What I'm talking about is goals that are huge, big vision stuff here, guys. I'm talking about setting goals and taking imagination and be able to create the highest version of yourself. Setting 10x goals allows you to be able to see where you are and go, you know what? The person I'm going to be 12 months from now, 36 months from now, this is a whole different version of who I am. Guys, you're activating reason, but you're activating courage, neutrality, willingness, the willingness to step out, the willingness to set a 10x goal automatically raises your frequency, raises your consciousness. So a vehicle of expansion is setting 10x goals. What's another vehicle of expansion? Power relationships. What do I mean by power relationships? Guys, I'm not talking about just hanging out with the guy that you went to high school with or the person you've been friends with since second grade. That's fine and dandy, okay? But we're talking about expansion right now. Guys, this is a power relationship. This is a relationship built on values, not tribe. So there's a difference. Tribe and community are two different things. Tribe is, this is sort of where I grew up. I've known you since second grade. We sort of have each other's back just because we sort of know each other and we've known each other for 31 years. It's tribal. I don't even really have the same, I may not even have the same values as you. I might not even be, we're so freaking different, but it doesn't matter. We're tribal. I got your back, you got my back. It just is what it is. That's fine. That's tribal. Community, power relationships. This is where we come together, not because we grew up in the same neighborhood, we went to the same high school, and our parents, freaking played checkers together on the weekends. This is, we are connected by values. Guys, when you connect with people based on values, massive expansion, because now you're connecting with love and reason and joy and peace. Guys, this is high level of energy and consciousness. And listen, it's powerful. When you connect with someone and you're connecting based off of an eternal spiritual dynamic of me and you, we may look different. We may come from different countries, different backgrounds. We may be different races, different skin colors, but our internal, our spirit, our spiritual values, man, we align with our spiritual values. Guys, there is very, very, very few things are as much as powerful as this. Great marriages are based on power relationships. My wife, who I'm married to today, we have a power relationship because we're spiritually aligned. Our values are the same. We come from different cultures. She's Hispanic, I'm white. We come from a whole different background. I have a whole different upbringing than she does, okay? But our values are the same. We have the same internal spiritual values. Guys, power relationships. So if you want a vehicle of expansion, go find people that connect and connect with your internal values, with your spiritual perspective, with your philosophy in life, and watch your freaking life skyrocket. Vehicles of expansion, learning education, mastermind groups, setting 10x goals, power relationships. Guys, these are vehicles for expansion. Going out, get a mentor, get a coach. Guys, when you connect with other people that are connected to your values, you're up here in this high frequency, man. You're not worried about survival anymore. You're worried about thriving. You're not even worried. You're focused on expansion. You're focused on thriving. You're focused on success and momentum. And momentum, I've always said this, guys, momentum is the energy of God. As God energy manifests is momentum. Guys, map of consciousness. So the recap here. At the lower level, this is energy of force, energy, a consciousness of force, right? This is a weaker energy, okay? It's not about good or bad, it's just a weaker energy. It's an energy that is more primal, right? It's like caveman stuff, okay? This is down here. That's all right. But up here, guys, the energy of success. This is power. This is expansion. It starts with courage though, guys. I can't go back to this enough. Courage. Courage is so powerful. Guys, if you're feeling down in the dumps, courage is the thing that's going to transmute and activate your energy and take you to the next level. It's the bridge, guys. Courage is the bridge. Then you go all the way up the scale and you're going to be residing in the energy of power and expansion and success. Guys, listen, you do not have to do life from this lower level. Don't let the world keep you in fear, guys. Don't let the world keep you in apathy and guilt and shame or addictions and desires or anger, right? Or pride. Don't let the world do that. Don't let the external world, don't let people do that to you. Okay, don't let yourself do that to you. Guys, activate courage. Okay? This is for all my people out there. I mean, look, if you're a multimillionaire and you're freaking highly successful, we all go through this. It doesn't matter if you're starting your journey or if you've been on the journey for 20 years, we all go through this challenge. And you can use this scale to always be able to check yourself. This is like an alarm system down here, the lower levels. Okay, man, I'm feeling a little down. Maybe I'm feeling depressed, or I'm feeling this, or I'm angry, or whatever. That's an alarm system that we need to grow. We need to expand your consciousness so we can get you out of there. And it takes courage to get you into the success consciousness of expansion and power. Guys, go get the book, Dr. David Hawkins, Power versus Force and Map of Consciousness. You will not regret it. This has been one of the most life-changing books that I've ever read. It's completely transformed myself, but it's also allowed me to understand how I could practically use these principles and concepts to be able to use these in my everyday life to help me. Why, guys? Why do I do this? Get results. I don't do anything just for mental concepts. I want results. I want to be able to move the needle in my life. And so, guys, you could take these concepts, take this map of consciousness, and go get results in your life and take yourself to the next level. Please like, share, subscribe, show me some love on this channel. I really appreciate you watching this and taking your time to watch this video. I don't take it for granted. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you apply what I went over this video and you start activating these vehicles of expansion, or if you're in those lower level consciousness or you're kind of maybe stuck a little bit, you can activate those vehicles for transformation, guys. Or you can do both at the same time and you're really freaking powerful. You're going to take your whole life to the next level. Go out there and be great.